Days passed and months also. My days started with her kisses and nights sleeping with Y or N in my arms. And it turned into my habit. A beautiful habit. I started reading her eyes. Her eyes always revealed her feelings. At first, I only saw fear and pain in her eyes. But now I saw care and too much respect towards me in her orbs. After doing so much bad things to her, she still respected me, which makes me respect her back also. I didn't abuse her, raise my voice towards her now. I stopped all the bad things I had done to her before. In weekends, she glued with me all the day. We spent our day cuddling and watching movies. To be honest, I started enjoying my life more than before, but I still act cold towards her cause I don't want her to know that I started liking to be with her. And I notice one thing. Y or N was becoming paler and paler day by day. I once saw her taking lots of medicines, and when I asked her if she's ill, she said she is okay. Those are just vitamins. I opened my eyes and saw Y or N peacefully sleeping in my arms. Well, she slept late last night. Maybe that's why she hasn't woken up yet. I looked at her sleeping face. She's sleeping with a pout. Taehyung. Cute, I mumbled. Wait, did I just call her cute? No, what are you saying, Taehyung? She isn't cute at all. Remember, she ruined your life. Don't know why I started feeling angry and pushed her head from my chest. She woke up at the movement and opened her eyes. She looked at me with sleepy eyes, then smiled. Y or N? Good morning, hubby. I felt my anger washed away seeing her cute grin. What is happening to me? She come closer to my face and give a peek on my cheeks. I smiled automatically at her action, but quickly realized it and turned my face cold before she saw my reaction. Y or N? How did you woke up before me today? Wait, what time is it? Oh my gosh, it's 8 already. You're late for office. It's my fault. I shouldn't force you to watch that movie till late night. She was about to get up from the bed, but I stopped her holding her wrist. Taehyung, it's okay. I took a day off. Y or N? What? Why? Are you ill? Tell me, where are you feeling pain? She panicked and placed her hand on my forehead to check my temperature. I grabbed her wrist and gently removed her hand from my forehead. Taehyung, don't be anxious. I'm totally fine. I just took a day off because we achieved a big project yesterday. So I gave all the employees and myself a day off to enjoy the day. And besides, tomorrow is weekend, so they could enjoy double holiday.
Y or N? Oh, actually, I never saw you took day off after marriage, so I panicked, thinking you were ill. I again laid down, hugging Taehyung. He took a day off today. It means I can sleep more. I slowly closed my eyes. Suddenly an idea plopped on my head and all my sleep go away. I looked at Taehyung. Y or N? Taehyung are sleeping again? Taehyung. No. Y or N? You said you took a day off to enjoy the day, right? Taehyung. Yes. Y or N? Then let's enjoy. He frowned and looked at me confusingly. Come on, let's go out and have some fun. Taehyung. What? But I don't want to go out with you. Y or N? I know you don't want to go out like a trash like me, but this trash is your wife and you have to go with me, Taehyung. But YN, please, Taehyung, just for today. Don't say no after that. I will never told you go out with me, please, just for today. I looked at him with puppy eyes. Taehyung. Fine, YN. Yai. Thank you so much. I jumped and kissed his cheek. Okay, now go and take a shower. I'm going down to make breakfast. After making breakfast, I came back to the room and Taehyung was still taking shower. I smirked before walked towards the bathroom and knocked the door. Y or N? Tae baby, are you done or you want me to come in and join you in the shower? I heard him coughing loudly from inside the bathroom. Maybe, he choked. Soon he opened the door and looked at me with burning gaze. Taehyung, Y or N, you're being pervert day by day. You want me to teach you how to behave. I smirked and wrapped my arms around his bare neck. I tiptoed and whispered in his ear. Y or N? Sure, hubby, teach me. You have full rights on me. You can even punish me tonight. He again choked on his saliva and I ran to the bathroom before he started beating me. I don't want to get beaten by my lovely husband in this early morning, but it's really fun to tease him. Y or N? Woohoo. I screamed in happiness after we sat on the car. Taehyung, where do you want to go? He asked in a cold tone. Y or N? Let's go to the mall first. After that, we'll go to the restaurant for lunch and then to the beach to watch sunset. And after that, we'll have dinner. And lastly, to the forest for stargazing. I know a perfect place for stargazing. I'll show you tonight, I said excitedly, and he looked at me in disbelief. Taehyung, when did you plan all these? Y or N? Just now, I said proudly. Taehyung, can we go for stargazing some other day? Y or N? No, I don't have time. What if I can't make till that day? Taehyung, what you mean? Y or N? And nothing, we're going today for stargazing and that's final, now drive. He signed and start the car. We reached to the mall and I directly went to the man's store to find some fabric belt for Taehyung. I started looking for it with Taehyung behind me. Taehyung, Y or N, what are you looking for? Y or N? Fabric belt, I said without looking at him. Taehyung, huh, but why? Y or N? Because I decided to throw all your leather belts. Taehyung, W what? Are you insane? Let's get out from here. He held my wrist and started dragging me out of the store. Y or N? But Tae. Suddenly a salesman approached us with a smile. Salesman, how can I help you? Y or N? Can you please show us Fabrium? Taehyung covered my mouth with his palms to prevent me from speaking further. Taehyung, T thanks, we don't need anything from here. Let go. Y or N? I remove his hand from my mouth. Y or N? Can you show us something casual for this handsome man? Salesman, sure mom, please come with me.
Y or N went to the other side of the store with the salesman. I signed before following them. Y or N was choosing some shirts for me when I noticed that the salesman was continuously staring at her. Why is he looking at her like this? Suddenly, the salesman spoke. Salesman, Ma, may I know your name? Y or N? Sure, it's Kim. Y N. Salesman, such a beautiful name, just like you. Y or N? You think I'm beautiful? Surprised. Salesman, no, I don't think you are actually beautiful. Wait, is this guy flirting with her? How dare he flirt with my wife in front of me? And why Y or N is talking with him while smiling? Suddenly, that guy said something making my blood boil. Salesman, is the guy with you as your brother? Okay, that's it, I can't take it anymore. Tay, no, the guy with her is her husband. And you're flirting with my wife. Now tell me, where is your manager? I need to meet him. The guy widened his eyes. Salesman, WY sir. Taehyung, to tell him that his salesman is a flirt and he need to kick him out from the job if he wants to save his shop. Salesman, no sir, please don't do this. I didn't know that she's your wife.
I was dancing from inside when he said that I'm his wife. Well, he never introduces me to anyone as her wife. This is the first time, so I'm dancing from inside. But when he treats the salesman about his job, I came out from my dreamland. I don't want anyone to lose his job because of me, so I jumped in. Y or N? Taehyung, baby, you should try this shirt. I placed a maroon shirt in front of his chest. Wow, this color suits you very well. Handsome, we're talking this. I handed the shirt to the salesman and gestured him with my eyes. He understood and quickly went away. I then turned my gaze towards Taehyung. His eyes were full of anger, but that wasn't for me. He's angry with the salesman, but why? Is he jealous? No, that's not possible. Maybe it's hurt his ego cause we're completely ignoring him, but I didn't want to lose the chance to tease him. Y or N? Well, handsome hubby, why are you looking so angry? Are you perhaps jealous? My famous teasing smirk. Taehyung, why did you let him go? YN, H huh? Taehyung, I said, why did you let him go? He shouted, getting everyone's attention in the shop. I look at them and smiled awkwardly. Y or N? Yeah, hubby, stop spoiling my mood by asking me hard questions. Let's go. I need to buy more clothes for you. You look handsome and everything, she stated, running around the shop.
After buying almost every cloth in the shop, Y or N walked out from there with me behind her. Taehyung, Y or N, don't you think these clothes are too much for only me? Do you have someone else beside me from whom you buy these? Y or N, I wish I had, so that you could understand how I feel when I saw you with other girls. She signed heavily, and I looked at her with a frown. Taehyung, how you feel? Y or N? You'll understand when you found your love, I scoffed at her statement. Taehyung, that will never happen. She didn't say anything, just smiled at me and walked to another shop. Y or N? Okay, done. Now I'm hungry. Let's go to our next destination. Taehyung, wait. You bought stuffs for everyone, but you didn't take anything for yourself. She widened her eyes hearing my words. She placed her palms on her cheeks and exclaimed dramatically. Y or N? Taehyung, you want me to buy something for myself with your money? I rolled my eyes. Taehyung, Y or N? Stop being dramatic and buy something for yourself. Also, we don't have the whole day. She nodded and looked down. Y or N? Taehyung, want to buy me something for the first time. I don't want to disappoint him. I should buy something which I can use before going. Yes, I'll buy a dress for the funeral. She mumbled, but I heard it. Did she just said funeral? Whose funeral? Y or N? Let's go. Taehyung, I'm going to buy a beautiful dress, and you'll choose it. She said loudly, gaining my attention. She held my hand and dragged me towards the nearby shop. Y or N? Now chose a dress for me? Taehyung, just chose by yourself. Y or N? No, I'll wear what you like. Taehyung, is it necessary? She nodded multiple times. I sighed and started looking for a dress. This girl is stubborn. I know she won't listen to me, so it's better for me to choose a dress for her before she create drama here. Then my gaze fall on a beautiful dress. Taehyung, I think this one looks pretty. I handed her the dress. She took it with a bright smile. Y or N? Wow, it's really beautiful. My husband has a great choice. I'm sure he'll find a beautiful girl for himself also. Taehyung, shut up and let's go. Y or N? But let me try it first. Taehyung, okay, hurry up. Y or N? Come out from the changing room and my jaw dropped. It looks like this dress is only made for her. She's looking perfect. Y or N? Baby, how do I look? Taehyung, beautiful. I replied unknowingly. YN, really? This is the first time you compliment me. She started jumping happily. I was just starting at her face. It's so innocent. I looked at her eyes. I could tell she's genuinely happy. She's not faking it. How can a small compliment make someone this much happy? Am I that important to her? Suddenly, she said something makes me looked at her with a frown. Y or N? Okay, it's final. I'm gonna wear this dress on my funeral. Taehyung, what? Funeral? Y or N? I mean, I'm gonna wear this dress on the day I will left you. Taehyung, oh, so that day must be the best day of your life 'cause you selected this elegant dress for that day. I stated as I felt kinda hurt, but her expression turned serious, and she looked in my eyes. Y or N? Trust me, Taehyung, that day will be the most hurtful day of my life. Y or N? Baby, open your mouth. Y or N? Put a spoonful spaghetti in front of my mouth. Taehyung, Y or N? Stop embarrassing me here, just eat your food. Y or N? I'm not embarrassed you, I'm just trying feed you, baby. Taehyung, I can eat by myself. I'm not a baby. Y or N? But you're my baby, and besides my spaghetti looks tasty than yours, so I think you should try this. Taehyung, Y or N? It's the same food, then how can yours be more delicious? Y or N? I don't know. Maybe they put special ingredients into mine one. That's why it's looking more tasty. Taehyung, but they are looking same. Y or N? No, they're not. Taehyung, okay, then let me try your one. Y or N? Sure. She feed me her spaghetti, but it doesn't taste different than mine one. Taehyung, they taste same, try it yourself. I feed her from my plate. See, it's S. I stopped after seeing her smirking. Okay, now, I want to slap myself hard for being fooled by her. Y or N? Come closer to my ear and whisper. Y or N? Thank you, love, for feeding me. The foods taste more delicious in your hand. She slowly kissed my cheeks, making my cheeks burning because of shyness.
Taehyung and Y or N were sitting on the sand facing the beautiful setting sun. Y or N rested her head on Taehyung's shoulder. The environment was silent and peaceful. Taehyung, why are you doing this, Y or N? He broke the silence. YN, doing what? She asked as she didn't get the question. Taehyung, acting like a happy wife with a husband like me. Y or N, because I love you. I want to show you how much I love you. I want to spend some beautiful moments with you. I want to do everything that I dreamed to do with you before leaving you. Taehyung scoffed after listening her, but deep inside her, each and every word makes him feel special, but he doesn't want to show it, so he annoyingly stated, Taehyung, you should stop watching movies and dramas. You're being dramatic day by day. The word love only exists in people's imagination. Y or N laughed a little after hearing him. Y or N, right now you don't know what love is, so you're talking like this, but when you'll found your loved one and fall for her, you'll understand what I was talking about. Taehyung, then tell me, give me definition of love. Y or N, I can't give you any definition of love, but I can only told you that love is a feeling, the feeling that gave you pleasure and pain at the same time. Pleasure at it, you'll feel relief in your heart after seeing of one's face, pain when you badly wanted to see the person when she's not with you. Love also makes you happy and sad at the same time. Happy that your love is with you right now. Sad you don't know how much time the person will be with you. Taehyung, then how would I know if I fall in love with someone? Y or N, when you look into someone's eyes and found your whole world there, then you're in love with that person. This feelings can gives you butterflies on your stomach, or sometimes dragons. She chuckled. You know what? Every beautiful things can catch your eyes, but she'll catch your heart. Her every move can make you happy. You'll feel worried, anxious. If you didn't saw her for a long time, you will feel hurt, broken. If you saw her with another man, sometimes it will makes you angry also. We called it jealousy. Hee. Love is a beautiful feeling. Anyways, sorry for the long lecture. YN giggled, but Taehyung stayed quiet staring at her. Y or N, let's go to our next distinction, it's dinner time. They went to the nearby restaurant. Y or N ordered food for both of them. Taehyung was still silent. Y or N's each and every words were roaming inside his mind. Her words shaken him from inside. He does experience all the feelings Y or N was talking about. Is that mean? He was already in love, but he doesn't understand. He felt it. He felt all the feelings that a person in love can feel when he's with Y or N. Is he in love, Y or N? So the unknown feelings which pulling him towards Y or N is love. No, this can't be happened. He can't love Y or N. Love doesn't exist. Then what is these feelings? All these questions were roaming in his mind. On the other hand, Y or N noticed him just blankly staring at his food. She softly held his hand which was on the table. Taehyung flinched at sudden skin contact and came back to reality. Y or N, what happened? Are you tired? You want to go back home? Taehyung looked at her eyes and saw concern, but he saw something else. That makes his hand trembling. His heart started beating fast. He felt butterfly on his stomach. He saw it. He saw his whole life on her eyes. Y or N, Taehyung, are you okay? She held his left cheek with her right hand. Tae quickly shook his head and started eating faster. All he wants to avoid this feeling right now. Y or N, you're looking tired. I think we should go home now. Y or N stated as they sat on the car after dinner. Taehyung, no, we're going for stargazing as you said in the morning. Now tell me the place where you wanted to go for stargazing. Taehyung said in a cold tone, looking straight at the road. Y or N was looking at his face for a moment, then smiled. Y or N, okay then. YN told him the address and he started driving to the forest. After some time, Taehyung stopped the car at Y or N's instruction. They both come out of the car and started walking inside the forest, holding each other's hand. Y or N was in front of Taehyung as she's guiding the way, and Taehyung was behind her, looking at her back with a little smile. Y or N, okay, we're here. Y or N stopped in front of a place where trees are less, so the sky was clearly visible. Taehyung, wow, where did you find this place? He asked, being surprised at the beauty in front of him. Y or N, my dad showed me, she said proudly. Taehyung lay down on the glass and opened his arms for YN. Taehyung, come here. He called Y or N. She widened her eyes in shock. Y or N, are you ill? Did the moon rise for west today? Oh my god, is this the last day in the earth? Kim Taehyung is calling me into his arms. Taehyung, shut up. Stop overacting. Otherwise, I'm taking you back home. Y or N? No. Sorry, I won't do that. Y or N happily laid down beside Taehyung, resting her head on his chest and looked at the sky, but Taehyung was constantly staring at her. Taehyung, Y or N? She hummed in response. Did you feel everything that you said earlier at the beach when you're with me? Y or N? Well, of course I did. You makes me smile without trying, even though you are the reason why I was sad. Taehyung, you're sad? Y or N? No, I was sad, but now I'm happy. Taehyung, you're happy because you're going to leave me soon, right? Y or N? No, I'm happy because I'm with you right now. Taehyung, but you're with me since 6 months, right? Y or N? Those days I was just staying with you, but now I'm living my life with you. Taehyung, so do you all love me? Y or N? Is this even a question? Can't you feel it? Taehyung, I guess now I can. Y or N? Now stop talking and let me enjoy the moment. She rose her head and gave quick peck on his lip before resting her head on his chest again. Taehyung smiled as his heart started beating faster. He held Y or N's hand, which was on his chest, and felt his own heart beat against her hand. He understood his feelings. Now he know the beautiful unknown feelings. Name, love. It's love. Love do exist. He's in love with his wife. Now I'll never let her to leave me. He looked at the beautiful night sky and said in his heart. Y or N felt tired. Her head started hurting. She slowly closed her eyes as she felt her eyelids heavy. Taehyung looked at his wife's sleeping face and smiled before kissing her head for the first time. Taehyung, I understand now. I love you. He blushed after whispering 3 magical words to sleeping Y or N.